Upcoming episodes of Emmerdale promise a fresh wave of chaos, including a new blackmail development involving Robert Sugden and Joe Tate, along with revenge plots and an unexpected twist between Charity Dingle and Cain Dingle. Next week brings intense drama as the Sugden, Dingle and Tate families once again take the spotlight. Tensions rise on the farm as Joe's scheme develops further, with him once again setting his sights on Robert. Joe has been manipulating Robert to strike at the Dingles, using blackmail connected to John Sugden's death. After securing ownership of the Sugden land and later taking control of Moira Dingle's Butler's farm, Joe is now openly pushing his plans forward. By appointing Robert as the new tenant farmer and forcing Cain's family out, Joe tightens his grip. In the coming episodes, he continues to pressure both Robert and Aaron Dingle. Meanwhile, Cain, coping with Moira's imprisonment and his own cancer diagnosis, becomes determined to rebuild a Dingle-run farm as a way to retaliate. Caught between opposing sides, Robert and Aaron find themselves in a difficult position, which Joe exploits. He informs them of his decision to sell the farm's cattle, despite this not being part of their agreement. At the same time, he reminds Robert that he still holds power over him and can act however he chooses. With no real alternative, Robert reluctantly goes along with the plan. However, when Mac Boyd and Matty Barton learn what Joe is planning, they alert the Dingles and begin supporting Sam Dingle and Cain in setting up their own farm. Financial struggles quickly become a problem as they cannot afford livestock, leaving Cain crushed until further setbacks push him over the edge. Rising costs for cattle and a missed meeting about essential machinery lead Cain to lose his temper, declaring that his hopes of rebuilding the farm are finished. Already overwhelmed, this becomes another major blow. Before Joe can move forward with selling the herd, someone intervenes and steals the cattle. Suspicion immediately falls on Robert, though Joe soon realizes someone else is responsible. Determined to uncover the truth, Joe teams up with Graham Foster to track down the culprits. When the Dingles deny involvement with confidence, Joe becomes convinced they are behind it and sets out to prove it, only to be thrown off course by a clever distraction. Elsewhere, Charity grows concerned about Cain's increasingly erratic behavior after learning about his diagnosis. As he continues to lash out and turn to alcohol, she urges him to open up. Eventually, he begins to confide in her, but while trying to escape his struggles, he reaches a low point and makes an unexpected move toward her during a moment of nostalgia. Charity quickly understands the emotional turmoil driving him and becomes determined to support him through it. In upcoming scenes of Emmerdale, Cain Dingle appears to be heading toward betraying Moira Dingle once again, as he finds himself drawn closer to Charity Dingle. A special two-character-focused episode is on the way, and it promises plenty of dramatic moments. Cain's recent cancer diagnosis might explain some of his reckless behavior, stealing cars, attacking Joe Tate, and neglecting Moira's cherished farm, but it doesn't justify everything. Unfortunately, Cain seems to be spiraling further. With his life falling apart, he begins to act destructively, pushing himself deeper into a cycle of self-pity and poor decisions. According to Jeff Hordley, Cain is becoming increasingly unstable and is making choices he knows are wrong. One of those choices could be devastating, risking his relationship with Moira, the woman he truly loves. Her imprisonment for a crime she didn't commit, combined with his own health struggles, has left him emotionally lost. Without her support, he feels unanchored and starts searching for comfort elsewhere. The strain on their relationship is immense, and Cain seems close to crossing a line. After returning from a pre-operation appointment, he keeps his emotions hidden, giving nothing away about how it went. He even hides important information from his family, though Sarah Sugden senses something is wrong and encourages him to attend a support session for Moira's sake. Cain listens to her and goes to the group, but the experience only stirs more emotions. Hearing another person speak about how illness has affected their relationship deeply unsettles him. It forces him to confront the possibility of losing Moira and the damage his condition could cause. Already overwhelmed, Cain reaches breaking point when he learns that Sam Dingle has jeopardized a key opportunity for the new Dingle farm. This sends him into a furious outburst. Charity witnesses his anger and realizes something more serious is troubling him. She follows him home and confronts him about his behavior. Instead of opening up, Cain turns to alcohol, drinking heavily. Charity tries to comfort him in her own blunt way, but it only escalates the situation, leading Cain to lash out violently and smash objects in frustration. Despite everything, Charity doesn't give up on him. Eventually, Cain admits he feels like he's failing, unable to protect Moira's legacy and desperate to escape his problems. As they reflect on their past together, emotions intensify and Cain makes a sudden move, attempting to kiss Charity. However, the situation may not spiral as far as it seems. Jeff Hordley has hinted that while the episode is full of emotional twists, the bond between Cain and Charity remains rooted in mutual support. There is still more drama ahead, with the storyline continuing to explore the difficult realities faced by those dealing with serious illness. In the latest developments on Emmerdale, it seems the fate of Bear Wolf may be sealed, as he breaks down and confesses to killing Ray Walters. Bear finds himself back in the police station, facing further questioning about Ray's death. DS Walsh is convinced that Bear is responsible, but she still lacks a full understanding of exactly what happened that day. Earlier in the year, Bear killed Ray by strangulation. In the aftermath, Paddy Kirk and Dylan Penders attempted to hide the crime by placing the body in a depot van. Due to the trauma Bear experienced during the incident, he was unaware of the severity of his actions at the time. Paddy and Dylan tried to protect him by keeping the truth hidden, but asking someone already struggling mentally to stay silent was never going to succeed. Bear eventually admitted what happened, although he continued insisting to DS Walsh that no one else had witnessed the event. His inconsistent statements, however, made her increasingly suspicious and determined to uncover the full story. Over recent weeks, Bear has been receiving treatment in a mental health facility, which has helped him gain clarity. Paddy believed his father needed this support, while also hoping that a prolonged stay might lead to the charges being dropped, sparing him from a murder trial. Through therapy, Bear reached a point where he could think independently and decide what he truly wanted. He told Paddy that once released, he would face the consequences head-on and deal with whatever DS Walsh had to say. During the latest episode, Bear undergoes more questioning about the day Ray died. At first, he sticks firmly to his version of events, continuing to deny any involvement from Paddy and Dylan. However, the situation begins to unravel when DS Walsh brings up Bear's past as a wrestler, suggesting that he would have understood the danger of his actions. Her suspicions grow further when she asks him to demonstrate a specific knot linked to how Ray's body was handled, something Bear fails to do convincingly. The drama continues on Emmerdale, which airs on weeknights on ITV1 and is also available for streaming on ITVX.